Glimesh versus Trovo. So we've discussed the aspects of Trovo by itself and also the aspects of Glimesh by itself. But tonight, we're going to combine the two to make a kind of comparison between the two. So let's go ahead and get started in comparing Glimesh versus Trovo. Now we're going to take a look at Trovo first. What do you think is the first thing that when it comes to your mind when you come to the site is the viewer user experience? Now, for both sites, there are differences when you look at the user UI when you first come into the site. For Trovo, you have your listing of your favorites, your Trovo following, and also kind of a boosted when certain. Looking at viewer UI, we're going to take a look at Trovo here first. So when you look at the website for Trovo.live, it kind of reminds you of Twitch in a way. Yeah, on your left, you have the listing of the home trending viewing or the following and history and events, and also some that has a spot for people that are live that you follow will show up there on the left. And also there is a space for boosted streams where people who have set up or earned enough points to do boosted rockets can show up here on your recommended feed. Now, when looking through this, a lot of the times you'll see like the higher number streams or ones that you have gone to the most. Let's say there's League of Legends. You also have a trending vibe tags. Vibe tags are the tags that each streamer can choose to help differentiate themselves from each other streams or streamer channels, I should say. So you have a couple here. You have Chillin', Team Noob, Girls, Good Vibes, and COD Mobile. And of course, the list continues down with the number of viewers in each one. Or I should say, yeah, number of viewers in each one. Then you also have Pokemon Unite, and it just goes down the list from here. Now, the thing is, Trovo, I want to say about 6 months ago, almost a year ago, there used to be a way you can look at games and choose and follow the games that you want to follow. Unfortunately, they took that out for some strange reason. So if you want to find a game, you either have to do a search for it, or you have up on the top here this row of games that are, I guess, what you consider the popular games of being played on the Trovo platform. Here we are on Glimesh.tv side. The layout is a lot different than from Trovo. This one gives you the option of looking at a randomized upcoming or recommended streams that are showing up on their platform. So here you have a mixture of games, and sometimes you also have music channels or art, depending on, there's random ones from all the categories that are available on the platform. Also, you have a section here on the right that has charity events or any kind of user created events that are going to be here platforming or here showing on the platform. Now, they do break it down by games, art, music, tech, IRL, education, and more. The more section is just your user list, a blog, merchandise, and support. And you also have a following. So if you go in here, if there's anybody that you are following that is live, it'll give you a little notification that shows how many channels that you are following are currently live. At this time, there are none that I am following that are live. So let's take a look at gaming, which is the main bread and butter of any of these platforms, really, if you think about it. So gaming streams will show large thumbnails of a record or a moment within the streams. And there is no kingmaker system. There is no way to, well, there is a way, I'll show you here in just a second, but every time you go to this one particular page, it's going to be randomized. So if I have a refresh, your listing is completely different and changed. So it doesn't give the more people that have more followers or more viewers constantly being at the top. It gives a chance for lower stream or lower viewer members to be able to be seen at the top of the list. So it's a nice aspect on that. Now, if we go to Trovo and actually do the same thing, let's go to League of Legends. And here the thumbnails are smaller. They're more in line with what you would see on Twitch. I know I'm going to be giving a comparison between Trovo and Twitch a lot, but it's just the nature of how Trovo has constructed their site in order to emulate the Twitch user viewing experience, which kind of makes sense. If you want some of your viewers to be moved over to Trovo, you might want to make it as painless as possible, or a very similar viewing experience to how they found themselves over on Twitch, now moving over to Trovo. So it kind of gives that comparison between the two. So here you have the thumbnails are smaller, and again, it's also screenshots of a moment within the stream. It's whatever it was at that time the screenshot was taken, and it'll constantly update whenever you keep going to it. So there, on this case, they do show your viewer numbers here in the upper right of each thumbnail. On Glimesh, they do not show the viewer numbers. Their philosophy has been to say it's the creator that you're more interested in. What you see is what will draw you into clicking on a particular streamer's stream, not viewer numbers. You'll get viewer numbers as soon as you go into a stream, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So I opened up the random stream, and of course you see that there are now 3 viewers. It does show you on Glimesh side of things, you have to go into the actual stream itself to see any of the viewer numbers. And you get a nice wide view of your stream, the chat, and that's pretty much it. It fills up the page without scrolling down. You can scroll down to get if there's any kind of about panels or anything like that below the page. Looking at Trovo side of things, it's a very similar experience where your platform is showcasing the stream, and that is taking up the most amount of space, just like it is over on Glimesh. Your chat is in the same area on the right, and it's pretty much one-to-one. It's almost the same experience when you look at it, just going into it right off the bat. So there really isn't much difference on the user experience. I mean, you can't really go any much further past, stream in the middle, chat on the right, or chat on the side. That's pretty much your standard for a live streaming platform. Now, to think about comparison between the two, between Trovo and Glimesh, monetization is kind of a big deal for both platforms. Here on Glimesh, you do have the option of becoming monetized very quickly, and there really isn't that many hoops to jump through in order to start earning subscriptions and having people subscribing to your particular channel. Now, when you want to become monetized on Glimesh, all you have to do is set up a Stripe account, make sure also put in your tax paperwork because that's very important, and go ahead, set up your subscribe button and your donation button. That is pretty much the bare bones of getting it set up on Glimesh. Now, on Trovo, you do have what's called a leveling system. So everyone who starts a new channel on Trovo, you start at level 0. So in order to get monetization, you have to get at least a level 1, which is at least 20 followers, and I believe it's 8 hours of stream time in order for you to have your subscribe button set up and ready to go. And of course, you have to also add your tax purpose or your tax papers and everything, but that's only available when you get to reach the payout, which is at $50. Anytime before then, you won't have to do that because you're not getting paid per se from Trovo. When you get to the payout threshold, then you'll have to provide your tax information. Now, as far as customizing your stream, each platform does have chatbots available to it. For Glimesh, you have Glimboy. There's also Beatbot. There's also Odibot that provides a cloud-based service for you to add chatbots into your stream. That is for setting up chat alerts, also to handle follower alerts, any kind of things that you normally would see on other platforms, you do have available to you for Glimesh. You also have the same bots available for you on Trovo. You have Beatbot, there is Bottissimo, there is Botrix, and there's also Stream Elements, and also Streamlabs provide support for bot or cloud-based bot systems, which also same thing with Glimesh, subscriptions, follower alerts, any kind of alerts that you can think of are available for both platforms, for both Trovo and Glimesh. Now, let's talk about support from the dev side or the admin side of things. For Trovo, there is a Discord server that you can join up to set or to send suggestions for the platform that the community can vote on. You can also find support. So if you're not sure something that is going on, or you're not sure how to work a particular function of the Trovo site, you can ask within their support sections and you'll get support pretty quickly. I haven't seen any issue where it was a long time that some people were waiting. If you're not comfortable for Discord, they do also provide a email support system that might take a little bit longer, but your questions do get answered. Now on the Glimesh side, there is the same thing. There is a Glimesh Discord server that you can also find support. You can also do suggestions and anything else, a community run Discord that is provided for Glimesh. They also have the developers and the admin staff, and what they call the mod team is the GCT team. I probably doubled that up, but it's okay. It's like saying ATM machine. So that's all dedicated to on their Discord server. Now they do offer a forum for suggestions and for developers for looking for API help for creating bot systems, anything like that. So for any of these, you do want to check out their Discord server. Now, as far as figuring out where you should start streaming, ultimately that is up to you. Glimesh provides an FTL system, which if you have any kind of knowledge of Mixer back in the days, or you streamed on Mixer, FTL is pretty much the faster than light service. The streamer says something, chat reacts, and the streamer reacts right after that. It's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio of or how quick things will go. Trovo is also very quick with their streaming technology. Not as fast. There might be a 1 to 3 second delay. It all depends on your internet connection, but there is a caveat. The FTL that Glimesh uses at this time of recording is only supported for OBS. You won't be able to use XSplit, Ecamm, or vMix or Streamlabs desktop. Well, no, I'll take that back. You can use Streamlabs desktop because it is a fork of OBS, so that should be no problem there. Trovo uses regular RTMP type of server technology, so you'll be able to use XSplit, OBS, Streamlabs desktop, Ecamm, or any kind of other encoding software. So ultimately, the choice is up to you. Depending on where you want to stream is going to be giving up to you. Like I said, on Glimesh, their viewership is not as large as Trovo. So if you're looking for a place to find the higher number of viewers available to you for your stream, I would suggest Trovo. If you're looking for a community just because you love streaming and you want to find a place that is dedicated to just starting out or just starting a community, or you have one that is going to be coming over with you, you can go ahead and give Glimesh a try. If you want to find a place that has a higher viewer count, you might want to check out Trovo for that fact. There are some issues with both platforms. There are pros and cons. I tried to help explain that as best as I can in a short video. But again, your best bet is to try both. Spend 1 month on Glimesh, see how you like it, and if your streams have been catching on or anything like that, or if you just enjoy streaming to it, continue doing so. Also, stream on Trovo for a good month and to see how the experience differs on either platform. But then again, the decision is ultimately up to you as a content creator. So I would suggest checking out this video if you want to check out more bot systems for Glimesh. I have ODBot right there for you if you want to take a look at that.